They hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Like 5. Check right, 54. No foul.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
No spacing. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. 22, 44. Get in the weight room. Hey, ball who? 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, he's going to launch it for Washington. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Mike, check. Hey, Charlie. 59. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Ben on third and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Right back to Conner here on first. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
50. Luke Kuechly on the tackle. Heavy, got heavy.
2 yards on the pickup.
Watch the twins. Watch the twins.
At the Panthers' 47-yard line.
Alert.
Throwing on second and 8. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Davis. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
26.
They snap it to Newton. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bud Dupree. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the drive with Connor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And he whips that one incomplete there. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Connor. And he's got some space here. 30, 20, 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 60 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Third down, here's McCaffrey. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
30. 66.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry for Davis. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Check 26, check 26. Check. Alert flare.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And a pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on. And he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Who that? Who that?
From the end zone, Newton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Steelers take over the 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Alert, alert.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Panthers 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They will go for it. Now Newton. Got his target, Samuel. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 79 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. A gain there of 21 yards. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Ready? 180.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break? Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw again is Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Ben to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be...
And this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. 59 yards. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a set.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Panthers 28.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 53 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football. Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This is McCaffrey. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Get ready. 77. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 59. Hey, Orbit. Watch the screen.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And this one going to wrap up with